And it's that time where we speak everything about law, right? And I'm going to be talking, guys, about criminal law. This is one field I feel like I am, let's just say, Gincha law, Gincha criminal law, for lack of a better word. Let's just say that, right? So I'm going to be touching mostly on bail application. This is a very serious topic. Now, this topic does not go in isolation. Before I get to that, I need for you to understand where or how it comes, or at which stage do we then speak of bail application, right? Now, I'm taking it from the time in which one was arrested. What happens from being arrested, right? So, from arrest, you're then taken to the police cells. Please, it does happen, right? Where you would find that police officials want to drive you around and take you to certain places. That's not within the law, right? That you can communicate. Keep quiet when it happens. Keep quiet. As long as your life is not threatened, just keep quiet. Save it for your lawyer and communicate that for your lawyer. And then your lawyer will know how to deal with that thing, right? If it does happen. If not, you're going to the police cells and you are most likely to sleep there once an arrest has been effected, because you're not going to get arrested now and then a few hours later you're in court and then they're doing the bail application. No. Then we touch on what? After arrest, you've been read your rights, you're being charged and everything. Yeah, you have the right to remain silent. And please, you guys, whenever that happens, do not make our jobs very difficult by uttering things that you know you shouldn't. Do not admit to anything. Do not in any way tell them what happened. Just keep quiet. Just keep quiet, because of anything you say can make my job very difficult. If you already admitted it, yes, we can deal with it, that maybe the admission was not done within the right scope of doing things, but I would advise for anybody to always remain silent. Do not admit to anything. You are most likely to be kept in the prison cells within 48 hours before you even appear. So say you're arrested on a Friday, you're most likely to appear on a Monday, provided that that Monday is not a public holiday. And if it is, and that other Tuesday also is a public holiday, for instance, like a long weekend, honey, you're gonna appear on Wednesday, and that's okay, right? Now, bail application, also the jurisdiction, right? Say, for instance, you reside in Pretoria, but you were charged in Joburg, you were charged in Northwest, you were charged any other place within South Africa. Then you are not going to appear where you reside or where you domicile. Domicile meaning where you live, like your origins, right? So I'm domiciled in Pretoria, and say for instance, I'm speaking hypothetically here. So say for instance, I'm domiciled in Pretoria, but then the crime occurs in Northwest. I'm going to be trialed in Northwest. I'm going to be kept in the Northwest cells, right? Not the cells in which I'm from or domiciled at, right? So now we touched the 48-hour rule. Now we touched also on the jurisdiction. Now we have that two together. We now moving to what? Bail application. There's different schedules to this. There's different bails to this, pending on the crime in which one is being charged with, right? There's certain bails that can be done at the police cells, meaning once you get arrested, you can just call me, I'll call your lawyer, whoever's representing you, and you can be like, Daisy, things are going down. I'm gonna need you to be here like ASAP. That's when I will drive, be it on a Sunday, be it where, and come to you and help you do the police bail. And then you can literally get out within that time once the bail is done. And if the bail is granted, right? So here, what happens with we normally call it the police bail because it's done at the police cells, or rather at the police stations. Here we have the investigating officer, the IO, and then we also have the prosecutor who's always on standby. The prosecutors are too on standby, yes. And then I would communicate with them. They would tell me what the charge is. And depending on the charge, like there's certain things that you can never get a police bail for. Like other things ought to be done in front of a magistrate. And then such bail can be fixed for minor offenses, you guys. Like say for instance, common assault, like slapping somebody, things like minor theft, and also we look into your profile. Is this person most likely, do they have a history, and so forth. Such things do play a role, right? And if that's the case, we can do the police bail, and off you go. They're going to give you another date in which you're supposed to appear in court, and then it's going to be postponements after postponements until the investigations are done. Now, with the bail that is done in court, I repeat, with the bail which is done, this is where you appear in court now after 48 hours, right? Now you are in court, they call up your name, your first appearance. Here, don't even expect that you're gonna appear early in the morning, depending on the type of court that you work in, because now I know majority of the courts, the first appearances are most likely to be dealt with after the court's role has been done, like after they do their bails for that particular day and the postponements and everything. And from there, you appear as a first appearance. Even then, it's not guaranteed that your bail is going to be attended to because it's a first appearance, right? However, when it does happen, it normally happens in situations where you're released on warning. You're released on warning. So that one is not a bail, but it's more of, it's normally done to, like, people who are released on warning. It's normally people who do, like, at their first time offenders. They have no criminal records whatsoever, and what normally happens is that, like, they have a clean profile, bro. They just so happen to mess up this one time around. That's when one would normally be released on warning, right? And also the type of offense that they've committed, it's more of your minor crimes. I don't like saying tedious crimes, because every crime is really a crime and is, or rather should be treated with such importance. That's why I'm using the word lightly, so carefully, so rather, to say that bails, or rather warning, it's given or granted to people who have less offensive crimes, if I can put it like that, right? And then now there's other schedules. What other schedules are we talking about? We have your schedule 1, we have your schedule 5, and then we have your schedule 6. These are the schedules that are normally dealt with in court whenever they're dealing with your bail. If Mutana and the criminal record, I'm pretty sure he knows about these schedules. Schedule 1, it goes back to somebody who's more likely like the one who was released on warning, but maybe the amount that is involved, say for instance the item that was stolen or anything like that was of a higher value, then they'll be like, nah, somebody, this person needs to pop up something for us to be sure and secure that they are going to come back. And remember, guys, bail money is not money that you just give to court. It's not the court's money, it's your money. They just keep it, and once the matter is being dealt with, it's you saying, trust me, you can keep me at home. I'm going to be honoring your word. If you say I must come here, I must be here at this time, I'm gonna do it. If you don't, we keep that money. Like, not just automatically keep it. They would normally like issue a warrant and postpone it for a certain day. It could be like 7 days, and if you don't appear within that particular time, then you forfeit that money. So it's not just something that happens automatically. With schedule 1, like I said, it's mostly of your less, like, offensive, and people with, like, your profile, you don't have previous convictions, you're a first time offender, then that's a schedule 1. And there, other, depending on who's your magistrate, there we don't even have to affix an affidavit. We could actually do it ex parte, where I would be addressing the court and saying, this is my client, he has children, motivating, like, mitigating factors, basically. Mitigating, that's when I am saying, hey, this person doesn't have money, he is not working, and so forth and so forth and so forth. And then with regards to schedule 5, bail application, schedule 5, that's when, like, I am supposed to use an affidavit, and like, it's kind of serious, but you know, yeah. So with schedule 5, I am looking, or rather I'm persuading the court that it is in the best interest for my client to be released on bail. That's a schedule 5, right? I'm gonna have to support that with case law and so forth. And then schedule 6, that's the tough one. That's when exceptional, like, muthu a ka se kgone go nna ka ime, bra, mo ntse. which is